What's up, everybody? It's me, Feather. Welcome to Get Feathered. It is time to do a Libra deep dive. We're going to talk about love for the next 3 months from a Libras. It doesn't matter where it's at in your chart. Thank you so much for your likes, shares, subscribes, your donations of love, your requests for reads. Come and hang out with me. Click the live chat button down below if you're here during the live. And for my replay rock stars, thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and leaving awesome comments. What's up? Mando Joe's here. How you doing? All right, so let's go ahead and jump into the reading screen. All right. Good morning, good evening, good day, good night, whatever. Where are you at? All right, let's get started on this. I think there's several messages here that Fred has for my Libras in regards to love. What's up, Liz? Good morning. Doing all right? All right. Evening. I see. I know. All right. So first two cards is the Devil in reverse and the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So in regards to love for the next 3 months, first two cards out is not investing in or no longer investing in or changing. It's a change. It's a change. There's something you're changing. Good morning. It's really early. What? Well, it's late for you. How you doing, Yvette? You could be dealing with a Capricorn, of course, or could have been dealing with one. This is kind of past energies you might be dealing with or might have been dealing with just recently over the last couple weeks, couple months. This is releasing any really things that really just were not worth your investment. No longer investing in, noticing red flags. Some of you, obsessions for people. Yes, we obsess over people. We do. And that's typically in our mind. Obsessive overthinking, obsessing about what has happened, negative things that have happened. I'm really getting a really heavy energy from that, but it's on its way out. It's on its way out. Yes. There's the Justice card, bottom of the deck. Good job. Good job. So just things that are not worth your investment. Your time, attention, money, love, devotion, none of it. Gone. Going away. Bye-bye. Finito. Mm-hmm. All right. I like that. Libra is taking control, and Libra is back in balance. Some of you may have gone through some legal issues. Some of you may have had some legal issues. Some of you may have gone through a divorce. Some of you may have gone through several different or a lot of different things in regards to legalities, proceedings. And I'm really getting something strange off this card that I haven't noticed before. This is you bringing karma or bringing balance to, let's just say it that way, bringing balance to situations yourself in regards to love here. Again, some of you were obsessing about a past person or obsessing about someone, obsessive overthinking, a lot of stress. No, Libras don't do that. No. Okay. And I really feel like you're calming your energies. If this hasn't happened, it will be over the next couple of weeks to a couple months. Just bringing balance to your own thought processes. I'm hearing thought processes, and that's always a good thing. Our minds can go a little haywire. We can get a little chaotic with our thinking. We can really stay in connections that we can stay in confusion, we can stay in connections, and all at all the same time, we know that it's not worth our time and attention. Okay, yeah, there's the separation. You're separating from this energy. Some of you went through a separation, and again, you went through a breakup. There's the Four of Wands, the Hierophant reverse, the Five of Pentacles. So again, some of you, this was a total separation. There's something a little bit more here, though. Like total separation, imbalance, home life, family life, relationshiping, and the Hierophant. Failed commitments, ending commitments, and marriages, okay? This is, if you did go through a divorce, I mean, here's your sign. That is like, okay, 4 cards of total separation. So there's something else that's in this that was in the Justice card that I want to pull a little bit deeper on. So this is on its way out. If it hasn't exited yet, it's on its way out. Oh boy, okay. You learned some stuff from this. Okay. And you already know it. You already know that some of you were dealing with an individual who was just after the passion. And I don't like seeing this, but when these two are together, you already know it. 8 of Swords in reverse. 10 of Swords in reverse. You are healed from this or healing this, okay? I don't like seeing this when this is together. When I get the Ace of Wands and the Knight of Cups reverse, you were possibly dealing with somebody who was non-committal, can typically, the Knight of, you're dealing with a player energy here, but this one's a little more devious in the energy that I'm feeling. So some of you dealt with somebody that, I'm not saying malicious. They weren't malicious. It was, what are you saying to me, Fred? They knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing. Like this, like if you got played by somebody, they may have been more about the passion and the desire. They may have been front and say that they wanted a relationship, but they knew what they were doing. This is not somebody that you get into a relationship with, you start dating, there's that attraction and that spice. And then of course you have the physical connection, but then a couple months down the road, you find out, or you as time goes on, you realize, talking to each other and expressing your goals and your desires, that neither one of you want the same things. This is not that. This is not that. This is somebody that some of you dealt with, a person that knowingly manipulated you. Like they knew what they were doing. And they knew that they wouldn't be able to stand up to the test of time. They knew they weren't going to hold up the bargain, so to say. Yeah, they had a desire for you, but what was behind that Knight of Cups reverse? That manipulation. What was behind that? What was their purpose? I don't know, but you do, because you figured it out. This is the devil. This is the release of the devil. The devil energy can be, again, addictions, being chained to or bound to someone that wasn't worth your time or your effort. And The Eight of Swords is in reverse. Ten of Swords is in reverse. So you've recovered from this. You're recovering from this disconnect, from this bond. Some of you, it could have been a soul bond. We're all soul mates. But you could have been bonded to a person that wasn't worth it. That wasn't worth it because you apparently found out something here. The cool thing here is that underneath the deception, the Moon in reverse, the Knight of Cups in reverse, oh boy, the Ten of Swords in reverse. Underneath the deception, you learned how to, you actually bossed up in big ways. Okay? You are, again, justice is out here in the upright saying you are in your power. You are now fully in your power. You will be over the next 3 months. Coming into your power. Some of you, this is what you're working with now. And again, the Empress is the biggest card out here. It's front and center. It's in the center of a 3-card spread. And it's, again, symbolizing Libra energy. Okay? You are the one calling the shots. You're the one calling the shots now. This revelation, this release, some of you, it was an illusion. I told you some of you were obsessed with someone. Whether that be you were sexually obsessed with them or they could have been obsessed with you. Either way. Ace of Wands, Knight of Cups reversed, the Devil reversed. You figured it out. So it's a general reading. It could go both ways, or go both ways. It could go either way. So flip flop it for how it resonates. But somebody here was obsessed with someone, whether that be that they just kept trying to go after something here. And when the Ace of Wands is out here, usually that means that they were interested in the passion and the desire, maybe not so much the cups. But this one I feel is a little more deceptive. The Moon is in reverse, which says there were illusions, delusions, there were deceptions, there were things that were illuminated, and you figured it out. Okay? And in doing so, coming out of, at some point you were in your head, you were trapped in a lot of overthinking. But you're recovering from this. Some of you were ghosted, neglected. The relationship was neglected, abandoned, and all sorts of things here with the Five of Pentacles. That's not a good energy. Not a good energy at all. It may have taken you a while to see this too. It may have taken you a while to see what you were doing mentally in regards to this. I told you it's you bringing yourself back to balance. Mentally, you were in chaos mentally in regards to this person. Like this person, you know what this is? This is almost like, how do I put this? This is just an example, but you may resonate with this. This is almost like Liz says, power, yeah, woo, woo, show them guns, okay? This is almost like, you could have been, let's just put it this way. The Magician in reverse is not out here. The Magician is not out here in a negative sense yet. No. And I don't see it at the top or the bottom. I feel the energy of the Magician, though, in a negative sense. I was just trying to see if it was anywhere near the top or the bottom of either of the decks. an example would be that you're living with somebody, or you get into a relationship with somebody and they are completely someone else. They are someone completely different than you were told they were. Like almost like somebody has how do I put that? Like somebody has a second life. This may or may not have happened for you, but this is kind of an energy I'm feeling underneath this. So if you dealt with somebody that, and I don't know how long ago this might have been, we can hold on to those energies because we can ruminate over that stuff, and we can hold on to it and think about it and think about it and think about it and wonder what's wrong with us. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with us? No, it was to teach you how to be you. It was to teach you a lesson of self-worth and self-respect. It was to teach you how to be abundant on your own and how to take control of your life and your power. You know now what responsible people look like, and you know that that's what you want in a connection. Because you don't need anybody else as the Empress. You know what? Even after dealing with something like that, or if you're dealing with it currently, because we're all on different journeys at different times. Okay, I'm getting my chair straight. Sorry. We're all on different timelines. This may resonate for somebody 6 years ago. This is me just sharing a story with you, and you know whether or not the rest of this reading may be for you, okay? This energy is very much like you date somebody or you get involved with somebody. You may even be living with them and find out that they have a whole nother, like, second life, second family, second life, that whole nine, and you had no clue, you know? And that's what I mean. Like, there's a maliciousness, or it's not malicious. Like they're not going out to hurt you, or they didn't go out to hurt you, but they knew what they were doing when they were manipulating you, whether that be that they knew that they just only wanted sex, or or they had an ulterior motive. They did have a motive. Don't know what that was, but it's going to be different for each one of you. But either way, you don't know what their intentions are. You don't know that there's a second life, or there's something else that they've got other intentions for you or your relationship. You don't know what it is. But at some point, you actually gain control. And for some of you, you're still dealing with this, but you will gain control of your thought processes, and you will become balanced. You will actually feel more like yourself than maybe you've ever felt before. You will see very clearly. You will see people very clearly. You will detect bullshit very quickly, and you still hold a huge, amazing heart space that has, I'm not saying it wasn't damaged. I'm not saying this shit didn't hurt. 5 Pentacles hurts. It's in the 3D. It means it truly did happen. And it was painful. And it might have been years that you dealt with it. And it might have been years ago that you dealt with it. But again, how long it takes us to release something it's gonna be different for everybody. I may be able to say F you and cut it off and do my healing, forgiving, and move on within a week. Somebody else, it may take them 5 years. Or it may take me 5 years and take you 2 seconds. You understand? Everybody's different. But what I love about this is you are stronger on the other side of this when you finally do process this than you could imagine. Somebody needed to hear this. You are stronger on the other side of this than you could ever imagine. You're stronger on the other side of this than you were when you got into it. That's for damn sure. And there's just something I'm gonna have to. There's something here. Woo! There's a whole bunch here because the half of the deck just fell in my lap. Wow. I love you too. I love you too. Oh, some of y'all may have been married to this person, engaged to this person. Some of you may have found out that they were married or engaged, and that's not fun. Kimmy D is in the house. Hey, baby. Oh, boy. Italian roast is in the house. Okay. Again, I told you some of you were obsessed with this person or they were obsessed with you. There was an obsession there. I was just talking to... Was it Leo's last night? Yes, I was. If you have Leo in your chart, you may want to watch last night's reading. We do tarot therapy here, okay? I started out as a tarot reader 2016. And I have developed myself and become a life coach and a law of attraction, success, and wellness coach because of working with y'all. People like you, clients and the tribe. And this is something, I don't know why I just said that, but for some reason, somebody needed to hear this message specifically. And if you have Leo in your chart or you were dealing with a Leo or somebody with it heavily in their chart, you may want to watch that reading last night because it was almost this, like I said, something very similar. You get involved in a relationship and you can stay in a relationship. And I raise my hand here. I have stayed in very unhealthy relationships, very toxic relationships, physically abusive relationships, verbally abusive relationships. No joke. For years because the sex was so good. I'm not even lying to you. I'm telling you, the whole world can hear this if they wanted to. Sex addiction, being obsessed with somebody in those kinds of ways can bond you to another person. You're attracted to them or their sex appeal. There are some people that use that, and that may have been what got you involved in this in the beginning. I don't care if you're male or female. Your feminine wiles, okay, men have it too. You have, and there are, oh God, I hate saying this, but there are people who use people and they get them addicted. They use y'all know strip clubs do exist, right? You know, the majority of people that go to strip clubs and that are patrons of strip clubs are hardworking men. And they spend a lot of hard-earned money in just a few minutes for a very quick fix, if you understand what I'm saying. Okay, that's all I need to say. There are people who use people and get them addicted and get them attracted. I'm not saying that's the case here. But it really feels like there's a major overtone here, actually, that maybe when you got involved with this person, it was the physical. And I don't know if it's that person or you. You put it how you want to. But again, we got addiction here, okay? Photograph and cassette. So it's like... You could have been so physically attracted to somebody that you just kept staying. I've done it. You could have enjoyed the sex so much, like anything and everything goes, that you stayed. You understand? Yeah, codependent, obsession, possession, could have been with a very possessive person, controlling, restraint. Some of you may have been in Some of you may have been in some, this has come out before in my Libra readings, and some of you may have been in BDSM connections where with the devils out here, it could have been a bondage BDSM connection. We're adults here, y'all. Come on, sex is a part of relationships. If this is making you uncomfortable, you don't got to listen to it. But somebody needed to hear this message, because if it resonates, it's going to make sense. So that, again, is something that that can keep you coming back to somebody. No pun intended. It can keep you returning to someone over and over again, because you're replaying events over and over in your mind. You're thinking about that person. That person keeps returning. Well, if you keep thinking about them, or you keep returning to them, or you're thinking about them so much, and you're thinking about the connection, the obsession. It's an obsession here. Somebody was obsessed here. And we do it. I've done it. You want someone, or you want something so much, even if it's not the physical part of it. Somebody here, though, one of my Libras, you did get used for sex, and the person got you connected and kept you connected because of that. I know that. I feel it here. So it's going to be different for each one of you. Moving on here, getting past this. I mean, they could have gotten you pregnant, or vice versa, just to keep you. I mean, these are that kind of devious kind of energies, and that sucks to feel, and I hate to say it, but I'm real, I'm true, and I'm authentic. So if you dealt with that, this would have been a situation that you've already dealt with. You probably haven't heard from this person. You probably haven't been in connection with them. But it's the thoughts, it's the ruminating, it's the obsession, it's the constant, I can't get this person out of my mind. I keep thinking about it. I keep going back to it. And you may have repeated the cycle with this person multiple times. Just keep going back. Just keep going back. You get laid, you keep going back. You know, you just, person comes back, hits you up, and you just keep getting addicted. You keep that addiction going. It's like a hit of crack, or I don't know. I've never had a hit of crack. I'm just saying it in regards to anybody that has an addiction. Drugs, alcohol, sex can be an addiction as well. Okay. So it's getting those chemicals going. As soon as you create that bond with somebody on a physical level, you have the sex with them, you have that bond, it gets you addicted again. Keeps you going back for more. It's really a very sick cycle here, but you are stronger on this side of it when you finally break free from it, and you are breaking free from it. You're saying, I am Empress, male or female. I will hold fully who I am. I will stand I am responsible. I am respectable. I am dependable. I am loving. You have such a major power, and you are justice. You have such a major power change from dealing with this person. So some of you may have had children with this person. Some of you may have become, head of the house. This would have pushed you. It would have challenged you to become a stronger person, energetically, mentally, physically, financially. It would have pushed you to do more and to be better. And I don't know how. Each one of you, you're there's the Phoenix right there. I can't with this right now. And I don't know how long ago this was for some of you. You may still be dealing with it now. So we're gonna Fred likes to hit the heavier, I just spit all over the place. You never know, it's a live show. What happens here happens here. What happens live stays live. You can't go back and edit it. I mean, you could, but I don't. Fred likes to give the heavier messages, especially so that you know whether or not you're going to resonate with the reading. What stays with us mentally after somebody has been out of our lives. You probably haven't talked to this person in quite some time. There's total separation here. Total separation. Energetically speaking, it is. The cool thing is no matter where you've gone, no matter what you've been through, you make a choice to change your mindset, and it changes your life. And sometimes that mindset is saying, I no longer want to think about that person. I no longer want to think about what I did, what I allowed. I just don't even want to think about that situation anymore. It was unhealthy for me. I stayed in it way too long. It wasn't on my level. It was a 7 Pentacles reversed, and I'm sitting here as the King of Pentacles. So you may have bankrolled this person. This person may have you. Oh, God. I'm not liking this reading for some of y'all. Raise your hand. Give me a thumbs up. Tell me over here in chat. Some of y'all got played for money. And that sucks. But you realized it. There is some Libra that's going to watch this that knows that somebody kept that wand action going. Male or female, they kept the wand action going. Played on your passions and your desires for support financially for their gain. I told you there was there's an overtone here. Couldn't figure it out because there's a feeling of energy when I lay down the cards. It's almost like laying down floats on the water. What the water does underneath the floats determines how the floats move, right? And there's an undercurrent. There's a feeling. So when I say there's an undercurrent, that's what I mean. It's almost like I see a movement, or I feel an energy changing or shifting underneath the cards I'm laying out. I hope this helps somebody. If you're dealing with this now, I love you. If you've already dealt with it and you're still dealing with the memories of it, the thoughts of it, you're going to be a lot stronger when you finally finish up and release whatever you've got going on mentally. Okay, but you've got to be the one that changes your mindset. You've got to be the one that sets yourself free from that. And we can become addicted to relationships. We can become addicted to unhealthy relationships. And not only that, we can become addicted to sex in relationships. And it's okay. And some of you already seen it. You knew. And some of you were played for support, for financial gain for somebody else. And I'm going to have to raise my hand here. And I'm going to say this has happened. I've gone through this. I've gone through this. I have gone through something similar to this. I mean, it was a couple years ago. It was years ago. But I'll tell you how it happened real quick while I get a drink, and then we'll move on to the newer stuff coming in, because somebody needed to hear this, that you will be stronger. You are becoming a stronger individual, and you will be fully ready for a beautiful connection once you reach this. You had to learn some lessons to become the Empress. The Empress does not go through life without learning some damn lessons. Fierce and yet loving. Strong, reliable, and adept. Okay? Power. Just like Liz said, power. I went through something similar. I dated a guy. Um, he was he was on disability for some injury. I can't remember what it was, but loved his family. Absolutely, we had fun. We had a great time. Um, but there were some things that just didn't, that just pinged when the relationship was getting more towards like a year, 10 months to a year. There were some things that were said by this person that just pinged me, that made me think, is this person wanting a long-term relationship? Yes. But this person was also making comments that suggested that they wanted to get me pregnant. And I'm like, I've already said that's not, you know, you got kids, I got kids, that's enough, you know. No. I do remember that. That was, and it was so strange. It was almost like I was a single female in need of a man, basically. This was his rationality. I was a single woman in a single woman raising kids on my own, owned my own home, handling all of the things and stuff by myself, and I needed a man because I needed assistance. No, I didn't need assistance. He needed a home because he didn't have one of his own. He lived with his family. Yeah. Which I thought was temporary. Anyway, that ended. So it works both ways. You have men that try and pin down someone because they get you pregnant, then you're stuck, right? Then they have to marry you, and you have to move in and take care of the children. Yeah. And then it goes the opposite way. So some of you dealt with situations like that. You're on the rise. You're a stronger person because of what you went through. Some of you may not have dealt with something that devious, but it's possible that, somebody just wanted to get laid, or they used your passions and your desires and they fed on your emotionality. So underneath it all, they could get paid or they could be taken care of. It's a twisted world sometimes. Okay, moving on. But somebody needed to hear that. What the hell kind of people y'all dealing with? It's okay. We all do it. That's why I do what I do here. I've experienced it, I promise you, in some way, shape, or form. I would like to say that I am attracting much better men now. Much better. Okay, let's see. Next 3 months. Okay. You are manifesting something new while you're closing out old cycles. Okay. So some of you could be dealing with Capricorn, a Gemini, Virgo, or you have it heavily in your chart. Oh yeah. You're finishing out old cycles. Look at that. You are transforming here. And as you transform, I'm telling you what, I love this. You're seeing things clearly. You're looking back and you're seeing what needs to be released, whether you're in a relationship or who you've dealt with or what kind of people you've attracted. In regards to love, this is a great reading, actually. As messed up as that shit was, the Phoenix, the Empress energy was out front. Okay? The Phoenix. You're on the rise. You're showing up again as the Empress. You're showing up again as the Empress. It takes guts. This is like guts and glory here. To be an Empress or an Emperor, you're not just 40 plus in age. you have gone through major changes, major transformation, major life events, and you've learned hard fucking lessons. Okay? So when the Empress and the Emperor show up, it ain't fun and games. You've had to rally troops, and you've had to a lot of people out here want to think they're Emperor or in Empress energy in their 20s, in their 30s. There's a lot of people that are not Empresses or Emperor in their 40s and 50s. Just because of your age does not make you an Emperor or an Empress most times. You could be a king or a queen, but you can also be a page or a knight. You can also be a fool. All right? Hey, that rhymed. Anyway, you are transitioning. You are learning those lessons. You are seeing things clearly that put you in Empress energy because you are transforming. As you are transforming, this Phoenix, you're showing me again, you are putting shit to rest in your life, whether it's a relationship or relationships. You're not dealing with it anymore. When the devil is in reverse, the Seven of Pentacles is in reverse, and the Death card is out here, I'm seeing that you're just tying up loose ends, learning the final lessons. Okay? Getting yourself right here, balancing your thoughts, your chaotic mind, your obsessive overthinking. Some of you can be addicted to negative thinking. You could be addicted to obsessing and obsessively thinking about a person or what somebody did to you. Okay? Just saying. It happens. And as you transform, boom, there you go. What's up, Ninja? Lucy's here. Nikki's here. I hope this is resonating for somebody, because I don't delete. I don't hit delete. Okay. Some of y'all, it's repeating the message. It is almost repeating the message. You are transforming, and you are seeing things clearly. What you did, what you allowed, what you attracted into your life, the kind of people you were dealing with, or the situation that you were in. You are in manifesting mode in this energy, in Empress energy, which I love. You are transforming. You are ending those cycles. So this is what you're doing over the next 3 months. You are becoming somebody different, stronger, resilient, and you're doing it with grace and dignity. It's a beautiful energy. Like you're with the flow, and you are going to protect yourself no matter what. You know, you are special to yourself now. You are becoming special to yourself. When you now treat yourself like an Empress, like you should be treated, male or female, you will protect yourself at all costs. So your back is covered. You got your King of Swords out here protecting your back. Like your King of Swords is like, you go ahead, you push on, you go ahead and have that heart open. You go ahead and live your abundance, and you do it with grace and dignity and love. You go ahead and nurture and cherish life and yourself. I'll make sure that the past doesn't come back. Protecting you. And I like it. While you're ending things, while you're transforming, you are seeing things clearly, and you have a no BS policy. 0 tolerance, no BS. Cut it off. Done. Okay, so anything new? Anything new that looks anything similar to the past is gone. Oh yeah, because you are seeing it for what it was. The imbalances, the injustices in relationships, the negative, the emotional drain that it had on you. When you finally become king of swords and you see clearly and you're using your discernment and you're making wise decisions in relationships, I'm proud of you. I'm so friggin' proud of you. I'll throw you a party. Okay? I am throwing you an energetic party right now because this is amazing. This is transformation. You know, you're not the same person you were a year ago, 5 seconds ago, an hour ago. We're always changing, constantly changing, but change on this level takes guts, and it takes work, and it's blood, sweat, and tears. It's difficult, but you're doing it. And because you're doing it, you got new things coming in here. I will tell you that some of you, again, you were dealing with a situation that somebody played you. I'm telling you. What was that card? No, I know what it was. They fed you a false reality. They fed you a dream, basically. They fed you a dream. And you talk a con artist energy here for some of you. You dealt with a con artist for some of you. I don't like saying it, but I'm telling you, somebody manipulated and used your desires and your emotions to benefit them, either financially or some way in the 3D, which depleted you financially, energetically, emotionally. Okay? And it puts you in the negative. Maybe even in your bank account. I'm telling you, you dealt with a con artist here. Some of you, again, dealt with an individual who was married or who was stepping out on your marriage. Again, I had that second energy, like you're married to the person and they have a whole nother life that you don't even know about going on. Yeah, that was like one of the first parts of the reading. What do y'all got coming in here? Whatever. I'm an open channel. I love you for your best and highest good. There we go. For all of us. For those of you that have gone through that, I also got to say, you may have been dealing with a very self-centered, egotistical asshole, male or female. Somebody who didn't have anything and it was all about them. How in the world, like, this is very con artisty kind of. I don't like saying negative shit about people. I don't know your situations. I don't know you. I don't know. Maybe you're the con artist. I don't know. Whatever the fuck. I don't care. But the majority of people that I deal with have dealt with really shitty people. And it's because you're empathic and you're loving and you're, open-hearted and you're forgiving and understanding. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Robert Davies, what's up? That's what I got right here. Southern Comfort. I'm just kidding. I got hot chocolate, y'all. I don't drink. Not very much. Some of you are finally moving away from a situation that you dealt with somebody who was not dependent. They were not who they said they were. Whether they had a marriage or another relationship on the side, or they just fed you a dream, and it's basically like they told you everything you wanted to hear and used your emotions to get something they wanted, because they were very egotistical, self-centered. It was about them. And I don't like saying that, but it's you are leaving that behind. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Leaving it behind. Leaving it behind. Thanks, Fred. That's a beep beep. You're leaving it behind. And that 10 of Cups is in reverse. That means that you at some point wanted a long-term happily ever after with that person. At some point that was your happiness long-term, or that's what you wanted and you committed to it here. And that's why the universe wants you to know, for those of you, you need the messages the most. And that you're stronger on the other side of it. When you finally stop trying to wrap your head around why somebody conned you or lied to you or used you. When you finally stop trying to wrap your head around it, you bring justice to it yourself. When you finally say enough is enough, I'm no longer giving them any more of my energy. They used me and manipulated me enough. I am no longer going to allow me, my thoughts, my energy to be devoted to that person ever again. I've learned my lessons. That person is no longer in my scope, my realm, my reality, and I am no longer the person that will allow shit like that to happen. Okay? What's up, Max? Good morning, Robert. Oh, man, I hope somebody's resonating with that. When you were used and manipulated, it doesn't matter how or on whatever scale, to you, a lot of times we try and wrap our head around it so much that it takes up so much of our time, our energy. It's an energy drain. And it's like they're still there. That's you finally realizing that that's the cycle that needs to end. That's the balance and the justice that you need to give to yourself, in all honesty. You know what I mean? Nah. They need to get out, away. No. There's some new stuff coming in here. And I think for the majority of my Libras that needed this message, for the next 3 months, you do have new things that you're manifesting. Some of you may be becoming pregnant. Some of you may be pregnant. You may have gotten pregnant by this person. I love you. Some of you, new jobs. Some of you are having a baby boy. Somebody's having a baby boy. Congratulations on your children and becoming parents. It's fun. It's exhausting, but it's awesome. But, this is not the deck. So we're going to look just for a minute or two. I think the majority of my Libras, you're overcoming some serious adversity in your life. Whether it be divorces, whether it be total separations, whether it be financial. Some of you had the financial setback you're going to be regaining. Some of you, there may be a job that comes in that assists you, some sort of financial change as well. Man, some of you got taken. Some of you got taken pretty badly. Like, even, I'm not saying that they stole $100,000 out of your bank account or stole your car, but it's possible. When somebody uses us and we don't even recognize that we're being used, that's like the worst deception there is. You trust somebody fully, completely, 100%, and you give them your love and devotion, and they turn around and fuck you over or use you or manipulate you or lie to you on such a scale that just leaves you just going, what the F? How can people be like that? It's devastating. I've been there. It's devastating. I speak from experience, and I can feel the energy. This is why the universe is really saying for the next 3 months, just focus on your transformation. Focus on just looking ahead, being your amazing self, and not allowing that to take your energy any longer. It is what it is. It was what it was. And you are no longer the person that you were when you met that person and dealt with that person. And you won't deal with those experiences again as long as you see clearly and you use your discernment when making decisions. You can still be loving. You can still be very loving and nurturing. And you can still have an amazing, abundant, loving life with another person. Without another person. Okay. A lot of you are still blocked and guarded. I told you, for most of you, you're just focusing on your recovery and your healing from whatever this was. And a lot of you, it was total separation, possibly divorce, okay? But it was injustices 100%. No matter what you labeled the connection or if you lived with them or not, fucked up shit is fucked up shit. Let's be honest. And so you're a little wounded still. You're still a little stressy, but you will get it together. Okay? You will balance things out. You will balance things out. Okay? Things will be made right. Okay? Yeah. So again, you are going through a major transformation, and you are guarding yourself and at all costs here. Like we going out to the club and you are surrounded by your entourage, okay? Well, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know if I can sidle up next to you because your entourage is around you so tight, right? You got everybody protecting you. All of the swords are out. King, Justice with the sword, Knight of Swords. Yeah, like you may look good over there, but your entourage and all the swords, I am kind of afraid to get close to you. So you may... you're just protecting yourself energetically while you're going through this healing and this transformation. Lucky, what's up? How you doing, baby? So it's okay. Okay. I'm like, what are you transforming? You're transforming this shit storm that you've had going on in your head. That's what's going on here. Okay? Oh, boy. You have some choices in love coming in here. Oh, my God. Stop. Okay? We had the Lovers and the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. What are you manifesting here? What are you mostly manifesting for future? Okay. Coming out, you're mostly focusing on moving forward, moving away, and being ready to date. Okay, you do have a new connection. There's the Two of Cups and the Lovers again. Okay, so you are manifesting a soul bond on a fucking level that is amazing. So yeah, amazing. You have some choices. But the majority of you for the next 3 months are really focusing on getting out of this chaos that you've had going on. Sup, Alex? How are you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. Boomer, huh? I did. I cut my hair. I did. Hey, Alex. You are resilient. Let's just put it that way. You are a resilient, loving, frigging powerful being here. And whatever it is you've gone through, you're overcoming. So over the next 3 months, just take it easy. Take your time. You do have you do have some options that you're manifesting. And I would like to say that even though you are guarded and protected like Fort Knox, okay, you are overcoming this emotional drain, this negative energy drain that you've had going on. You're probably going to feel a lot more energetic, to be honest. So while you're putting these things in, and you're choosing to transform your life, whatever way that may be, new jobs, some of you are moving, okay? Some of you are just getting out of the funk finally and ready to get out and date, travel, date, move, okay? Take the next steps. Some of you will be dating over the next 3 months. Some of you more towards the end of 3 months, especially if you're still being hit hard by this. You have a new relationship here, okay, where you're going to be getting things off the ground, communicating, dating, and it is a very intense connection. And some of you are going to have choices, but this is a very powerful connection because you are Empress. As an Empress, you're going to attract somebody that you truly do deserve. Somebody that finally is on your level. And it's going to move fast. Once you finally get to this point where you're ready to move forward and you make this decision to do this thing, that when you're ready, because right now you're not ready. I would be afraid to go get near you. I would be afraid to get near you. I might get cut with your tongue sword. You might cut me with your words. You know what I'm saying? So what you choose to move forward in is going to be your decision. But I see that all aces are out here with the Magician, which means you are ready to manifest new things. There are new opportunities coming in for you in jobs and in all things. I told you some of you are going to be moving. Some of you, it's opportunities on every level because you're in manifesting mode as the Empress. You're choosing to do this. It's almost as if you set it in your mind that you want like a completely new life, or you want to look different, or you want to feel completely different, and like your status, like Phoenix rising, you may look completely different. You may feel completely different. Your whole life may look different. You may have a new friendship circle. You may have you may be relocating. You may have a new job, a new boo, all of it. Okay? So some of you may have I told you, some of you may be going through or have some legal issues or some legal stuff that's going on. So if you are, signing leases, finishing documentation, signing documents, legal stuff, most legal stuff looks like it's going to go in your favor, but it's like you've got major change coming in here. You're going from somebody that completely used you, ghosted you, whatever that was, to a Two of Cups lovers. Last cards, final cards, because you know what you want. Because you finally know what you want. You know that it's not that shit. That's all I got to say. Them's words, them's messages. I love you all. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, for being a part of my tribe. I love you all. Of course, check out my description box, and I've got new stuff down there for you. Healing sessions. If some of you are still going through this and need a little bit of oomph to help you get past it, check out my EFT session and my Reiki healing from heartbreak Reiki session. Those may help you out quite a bit. And if you can rent them or purchase them. They're already created. They're already ready to go. If you purchase it, it's yours for the rest of forever. You can use it as often as you want, when you want, where you want, whatever. If you rent it, there's different levels, different days levels. But Reiki does work, and so does tapping. That's why I do it. It's one of my go-tos. That was a really big hit for some of you with whatever that was that you're overcoming. Don't rush yourself, but that's why I say more towards the end of 3 months, you're going to be establishing a new relationship, something that is sexy, soulful, spiritual. All parts of you are going to approve, especially when the King of Swords, your King of Swords, has your back. You got yourself guarded completely from the back. The past is the past. You're still a little anxious and nervous about the future or about what's going on. You got yourself guarded from the front, the back, the side, everything, but you're focusing forward. You are focusing forward and on the new and on the changes. You're saying it's time to move forward. It's time to move. Congratulations on this major change, this major rise in energy. It's just finalizing those endings and coming to conclusion for yourself about no longer giving someone your energy any longer. No longer waiting. Or no, it's not even that you're waiting. It's just that all of the thoughts trying to wrap your head around why somebody would treat you like that or do those things to you. That's how it happens. You get stuck. No longer allowing. I mean, some of you may have gotten pregnant by this person. They totally ghosted you. Or vice versa. You know, you got somebody pregnant and then they were like, peace out, yo. Now I got your child support. It's fucked up. People do that shit. I'm just saying. I don't like reading it, but I'm here for you. And whatever you dealt with was a heavy hit. And it's kept you in your head so much that it's finally time that you realize and you're making this decision. It's the majority of this reading was for you to know that you are the one that has to say enough is enough. I'm no longer giving any of my energy, thoughts, feelings, emotions, nothing to this person. Nothing. Because I deserve better. I deserve the best. Because I am the best. Bitches, don't forget it. I love you. Them's the words, them's the messages. Until next time, namaste.